This is Greg from Portland. The quad signals moved by potential trillion-dollar swings in stimulus makes macro seem to move day to day. Is this unusual? I've gone 150% net short to 50% net long in a matter of days. Never dreamed about it doing that before Hedgeye, and it works. So, and his question is the stimulus going to be a sell the news type phenomenon if it happens? I mean, I guess the bigger question is it actually going to happen?
No, I mean, go back to, let's say all this happens. All this. Let's say the sell the news event would be that all this happens. Now, if the S&P is at an all-time high, or around the top end of our range, it's 3567, all-time high is 3580. It could be a stimulus actually happens and they sell the news. It could be no stimulus and they sell the news. It could be any of the 5 stocks that everybody owns misses the quarter and guides down. Think about Netflix tomorrow. It could be Jesus Christ appears for the first time in his modern creation. I've been waiting for it. It could happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen to make the market go down from the top end of its range. So the reason why you're feeling, what's the gentleman's name?
That was Gavin.
Gavin. The reason why you said what you said, which is I could have never imagined swinging it around like this, because we are talking about trillions, $2 trillion of stimulus on top of a very fragile system. Fragile being denoted by it's in the wrong volatility bucket from the NASDAQ's perspective. So there's a lot of shit going on. Well, what you have is a risk management process. So you're really not being whipped around like you used to be, right, Gavin? Imagine your former self. You didn't even know what the quads were, never mind the probability of quad 4 reappearing. You didn't know that the dollar had such a big impact and certainly is correlating right now. You probably had some moving monkey that made you feel snugly in bed at night like my 4-year-old with Curious George. You had a lot of things that you used to think. Now you're actually watching all the parts and you're really reducing it to these things. This is the number one thing. Right? That's the number one thing that's made you change your net exposure to the market and the components of the market. As I've said many times, I'm not just like whimsically saying this. If you get the dollar right, you get a lot of other things right. Now, if you start to get everything else right inside of that, that's partly getting the dollar right too. So again, this is largely a function of the difference between quad 4 and quad 3 is likely stimulus or not. And stimulus, yes, might be not too. So we're going to have to see about that. That's why we get up and we do what we do every day. That's why you pay for this. Why would you waste your time listening to me? I mean, because again, we're the only people that are transparently and accountably talking you through this.